Heyo, and welcome to the Pika Pod, Pokemon's Prime podcast. I'm your co-host, Morris Levy, aka Professor Leafy. Joined with my good co-host.
Hello, Pokey Gang. It's Jenn.
All right, here we are, episode 16, brand new season 2 of the Pika Pod.
So this is season 2, episode 1
Yep,
of the new season.
right.
I hope y'all enjoyed the award show. I hope y'all loved your little awards and
Yep.
the humor of the awards. We loved doing that little fun thing.
Yeah, it didn't get enough love yet. I've been making the rounds on Twitter, but apparently not many responses yet. People are probably really confused. What the heck is a Goro Chew? Why am I getting this silly picture on my timeline? What is this? You would think it would ask questions though and get people intrigued, but apparently just nothing yet. We'll see.
We're very new of a podcast, so
Yeah, I
just
get
give
that
it
part.
time.
I suppose. Fine.
We'll get there. So,
Uh-huh.
season 2, episode 1. Let's get right into it, y'all. Pokey Gang. The 2026 season has been announced for Worlds.
Uh-huh.
The Worlds location is in California again, which is true.
Anaheim. Yeah.
Anaheim. The NAIC is still in New Orleans.
Well, probably.
Well,
Is it?
it kind of sort of been announced, sort of.
Was it though? Okay, so
Sort of. People have called the hotels and the convention center and stuff like that in New Orleans, and some unexpected people have said, "Yeah, yeah, it's here. Yeah,
that's
we have it booked. Yeah." So, sorry, Pokemon, if you tried to keep that secret. It's back in New Orleans next year.
kind of cheating.
New locations have been announced
Uh-huh.
for the 2026 season.
Uh-huh.
Would you like to tell them about the new locations, Professor Leafy? It is more locations in Europe.
Okay.
Las Vegas has been added to the regionals. People are
Yeah,
super excited about the Las Vegas one.
I could care less.
Why?
I'm not interested in that kind of hobby or that kind of
You don't
thing.
think it being in Las Vegas, it's going to be a bigger venue, more people, you know, more things for, to bring people in. Like, you don't have to go to Las Vegas to gamble. You don't have to
Okay.
go to Las Vegas to see shows. Las Vegas is for everyone, mostly adults.
Okay.
But I mean, the food scene in Las Vegas is coming up. It's becoming really popular
Apparently. Sure.
there.
Yeah.
The strip is constantly changing. They're getting rid of old hotels. They're putting new hotels in. There's a ton of free stuff to do. It keeps showing up on my TikToks. Free stuff you can do in Las Vegas.
Okay.
They even just put in a one-piece restaurant in Las Vegas that you can go see and you can go eat at.
Interesting.
So, play a little Pokemon,
Mm-hmm.
go find a one-piece fruit.
Demon fruit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you want demon fruit.
Go eat some of the stuff that Luffy would eat with
Okay.
your friends after playing a little Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Go see a little free water fountain show.
I don't think you could just camp out at the Bellagio though and just like watch the Bellagio fountain the whole night.
You can't camp out there every night. That show happens every 15 minutes
Okay.
on the hour. Ask me how I know. TikTok.
I just don't do TikTok though. It's so overrated.
But I love how they added Las Vegas. The
Okay.
reason why, because every time that a convention happens,
Yep.
it's in Las Vegas.
That is true.
SEMA,
Yep.
Las Vegas.
Auto industry. Yep.
The big electronic shows, Las
Some.
Vegas.
Kind
Some
of.
of them.
Kind of.
There's food conventions that you can only go to if you're in the big food scenes, the expensive restaurants, or you're a influencer or whatever. Happens in Las Vegas.
All right.
They're built for this. They just haven't had it yet.
Well, it is true. I know the city of Las Vegas is meant to be in and out, and it's more for, I know, touristing and events. You're right.
And I know it's in the middle of nowhere. I know.
It is kind of, yeah.
But apparently, flights to and from Las Vegas, supposedly they're cheap.
I sure hope so, but we'll find out. Yeah. Oh, I know.
You just
Okay.
gotta stay out of the casino part, and you'll be fine.
I'm not interested. I know. It would take a lot for me to get interested, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know. So yes, we have more SPEs
Mhm.
for all of our Latin America and foreign countries because they still don't allow gambling.
Yep.
And we have Pittsburgh, Milwaukee,
Mhm.
few other ones.
There
Nothing's
has
really
been some locations that have not been announced yet, will be announced later on.
right. Yeah, I suspect that same thing too. They showed that silly pop-up map with the lights and the pop-up lights, and everyone was making guesses of where these lights are, and they're like, "Oh, oh my gosh, yeah, it's totally there. There's one in Florida. There's one in blah blah blah." I'm like, we don't know till we know, but hold your horses.
Please
Hold,
bring it to like New England or closer to New England.
yeah, within driving distance,
Something.
Connecticut, Jersey.
Yeah, I'll
I-
even go
I'll
to New Jersey.
I'll
Or
take it.
upstate New York.
That sounds good.
Like,
Yeah,
why can't you do upstate New York?
Utica,
Mhm. I don't know.
Buffalo. I don't know. Yeah,
Buffalo, maybe. Yeah, Buffalo.
it can't be that hard. I know. Yeah. I was almost thinking like Burlington, Vermont, or like Champlain or something.
So, what I found out with regionals, for
Yeah.
them to consider your city for a regional, it
uh,
has to have good transportation
Okay.
to and from the event.
Like
From the airport,
buses and infrastructure.
buses, infrastructure, all that.
Okay.
Hotels have to be available
That
for
is
them to either book out the entire hotel or at least half the hotel.
tricky sometimes. Yeah. Okay.
A lot of stuff has to be walkable distance.
Okay. Yeah. I know. Yes. Pokemon does love to have accessibility
Mhm.
for all players, which I love that. That's great.
Mhm.
Or some kind of method without having to take, 100 Ubers back and
Mhm.
forth. Yeah, I totally get that.
And
That's
they say the last thing is like it has to have like a big like Pokemon community. New England has the community.
we do. Yeah, we're just really spread out.
Very spread out. I mean, we at our league cups and stuff, we get people all the way from Rutland.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, we've had people from New York, and they'll come drive, like hustling for the weekend or whatever. They'll just hustle all the league cups around, and they'll make the rounds. People from Connecticut, like there's a group that comes up from Connecticut every once in a while too. It's a happening place. Just we haven't
Mhm.
had any kind of majors at all since 2018, 2019.
Okay.
A while ago. The last one I think was 2022 Hartford, but I did not go, sadly. And
Did we find out about it too late? Is that why we didn't go?
it was still during COVID. protocol.
Oh, yeah.
And before that was 2018, which was the last expanded format, I think. Same place, Hartford, Connecticut.
Okay.
So we'll see. But that is on the map, on the table, hopefully. That would be
Hopefully.
amazing.
So, with the new 2026 season, new rules
Uh-huh.
have been put in place for the 2026 season. And for anyone who is getting confused about these new rules don't start right away.
Correct.
They don't start till what?
September 1st. There was a lot of confusion already for the rule set announcement on championship.pokemon.com, the brand new website. The press release confused everyone, including myself, and we all took it to mean July 1st.
Mhm.
There's been multiple support tickets that have been shared on Twitter and Discord groups saying, no, the rule set starts on September 1st. Please continue running events the same way for the 2025 season until September 1st, which is the plus 3 turns
Mm.
after time has been called. This frustrated me. It aggravated me. It disappoints me.
Why?
Well, so we already have cups being run and challenges being run
Mm-hmm.
in the wrong way. So people were implementing the rules already in the incorrect way according to Pokemon.
Okay.
So instead of being the plus 3 turns, they're only doing plus 1 turn,
Yep.
okay, and maximum of 10 minutes. And then after that, the game is ruled incomplete,
Mm-hmm.
and then whatever the match standing is, that's what it is.
Yep.
So like, you win one, you lose one, and then you're playing that third game
Mm-hmm.
and it's incomplete, so they get a tie. That's all that's gonna happen. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But, this overall I think is not great. I think there was a lot of confusion and a lot of problems that arose from this in the community, and overall I think we were all freaking out, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It's like being told something and then, oh no, you can do that. It's okay. Like a parent, bad parent, or good cop, bad cop, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still not a fan though. I don't know.
So if you are a league and you have been running events with these new rules in place, it's okay to step back till September.
Right.
Or if you need to, I mean, with these new rules though, it
Mm-hmm.
all depends on the league. If you are a professor
Yeah.
and you have always had problems with slow play, with gentlemen's agreements, with
Right.
all this stuff that these new rules are supposed to help with,
Theoretically. Yeah.
theoretically,
Yep.
in my opinion, I'm a
Mm-hmm.
professor now.
You are.
So, in my opinion, if I had those issues in my league,
Yeah.
I would not stop running the events
Mhm.
with these new rules. I would keep them in here. This
Sure.
will just get you ready for the 2026 season with
Yeah.
the new rules so you're not diving in to the regionals
Sure.
and going, "What do you mean I can only play one game and it's only 10 minutes?"
Right. But I know from the support ticket that was shared and stuff with the rules, it's as if you're going to implement the plus 1 rule instead of plus 3, it has to be consistent, which I totally agree with that.
Mhm.
If you're gonna rule, everyone has to play plus 1, not plus 3,
Yeah.
or
Mm.
vice versa, but it has to be consistent across the entire tournament,
Yeah. Mm.
which Sure. Okay, great. Like if
Mhm.
you want to get your players ready and they agree to like this new 2026 format together, sure, go for it.
If they agree, or like I said, if you know your league, you know your league more than I know your league. If I walk into your league and go, no, 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 no,
Uh-huh.
you are only supposed to play the the 3 games, not the 1 game at the end of turn, and you look at me and go, no,
Yes.
we're doing the 2026 rules because my league has the issue, and I want them to get used to the 1 game.
But
Then
I mean,
fine.
yeah,
You know your league. You know your players, all that. We don't have that issue with our league. We don't
right.
have that issue with our league cups.
Sure. Usually it's all said and done before
Mm.
time gets close enough.
Mhm.
And then if anything, honestly, it's the bottom tables that are like running out of time and it's like, all right, well, it's gonna be a tie. They could care less whether they win or lose at that point because it's the bottom tables. They know
Yeah.
they're not taking home the grand prize. They're not
No.
making top cut or
But
anything.
they're doing this thing that I like to do,
Yep.
which is, hey, we're the bottom table.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing gentleman's agreement with you.
Just play it out.
I want to play it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play you
That's
out.
honorable.
Mm. Well,
Yeah, sure.
let's just have fun. We know we're both bottom table,
Yeah.
so let's just have fun.
Yep.
Let's just play the game because we like to play the game.
Yeah. Let's make good practice for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all that really matters. You don't really need anything to be hyper competitive over.
Hyper competitiveness
Uh-huh.
drives me nuts.
Well, it drives away players too.
Yes,
And that's
that's
not
why
what
I
yeah,
stopped playing Lorcana.
I know. That's not what you want in a game normally. I know, it's true. It's like over eagerness in a game or maybe being like too passionate over the game
Mm,
where, maybe a good example is like someone asking, "Oh, do you want to scoop to me so I can go to Worlds?" Or do you want to, like ID
mm.
in their favor or something?
Yeah, which you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, oh, I definitely
But
don't
that's
wanna
part of the line
I
of
don't wanna see
gentleman's
that.
agreement.
Yeah. Sadly, part of any card game probably and,
Yeah.
any kind of thing, where this hyper competitiveness gets in the way of good sportsmanship
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes can drive away players because, they're always trying to one up each other
Mm.
or, oh, I have the better deck, I have all my outs, I can, you know, donk you in one turn
Mm-mm.
or
If you come to one of my league cups with that attitude, I'm
huh?
gonna put my hand on your table and I'm gonna tell you to calm down.
Yep.
I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna tell you to calm down or to leave because it's not like that. I understand that you want your points. I understand that
Yeah.
you're trying to get your points.
I
But if
mean,
you go to any regional
uh-huh.
with this attitude,
Uh-huh.
you're not gonna get far.
So I remember a similar issue in Atlanta where some player, not that I even remember their name, I wouldn't say their name, but it was like I have game because I have Charizard and I have Rare Candy and I have blah blah, and I win. And it's like, whoa, slow down. Let's play it out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make sure you actually have it, okay?
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there, okay? Don't
Well,
don't just say you have game. Like don't just say you have it like,
mm-hmm.
you've got the nuts in the hand and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. There's no way. Prove it or like just play it out. Be a good sport. That's all there is to it.
Play it out. Have fun with it. You know, when's the next time that you're going to be in Atlanta? When's the next time that you're going to be in Pittsburgh? When's the next time that, like, even if you traveled to, like, one of the European ones, when's the next time that you're going to be in Brazil playing Pokemon?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I know, right? I can't imagine that. Yeah.
You're playing with people from a different area, from like maybe
Maybe.
even different languages.
Oh, likely. Yeah. Very likely. Yeah.
You're experiencing the way they play, they're experiencing the way you play. Just play it out.
Yeah.
Have fun.
That's all it
You know
matters.
your deck. Or maybe you don't know your deck. Maybe you just walk in there in the night before you're like, I'm going to play this deck.
Yeah. Hey, just just rolled up with my theme deck right from the LGS.
I went online and I copied Henry Chow's deck
Yeah. No. Hey.
completely. I don't know how to play it. I'm just gonna hit the running.
Who knows? I mean, more silly mistakes have been made, I'm sure, with Raging Bolt Goldingo or some other stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Joltig Box, Raging Bolt, yeah. Goldingo, I'm looking at you, I know. Lugia heads, every single Lugia head. That was fun. Yep. Alright.
So with that,
Uh-huh.
with the instead of best of three
Yep.
and
Or
one
best
game,
best of 3, 30, or
30
three.
minutes,
No, sorry. 3 extra turns.
3 extra turns. Sorry. 3 extra turns, and now you only get 1 extra turn.
Correct.
Do you think the new rule of the 1 extra turn
Hmm.
instead of three is going to help combat slow play and or stop slow play?
Hmm. I don't think it's enough, though, honestly.
Because that was one of the issues
Yep.
that has been vocalized by many podcasts.
Well, and
Tag Team is
right,
super effective. All these other Pokemon podcasts that are about the TCG,
correct. Yeah.
they have voiced that the 3 extra turns,
Hmm.
sometimes people just go, okay, you want to play this out instead of, scooping to me? Fine.
Well, that won't fix. Yeah.
I'm going to play this game as slow as I possibly can till time runs out. So you have to scoop to me.
But it doesn't work like that. It shouldn't work like that.
It shouldn't work like that.
Right.
But there are players like that.
Apparently. Right. I know. I know some. I've read a lot of comments in the community where some people are like, "Oh, even on stream they were doing it, and so was doing it."
Hmm.
And but really it comes down to, so you can't just rule immediately saying, "Oh yeah, slow play, double prize loss," or you
Mm-mm.
can't just say, this person had a history of doing slow play at X regional before,
Mm-hmm.
they're doing it again. You can't do that. So you have
Yeah,
to
because
look
you
at,
also have to keep in mind, like, what is their deck? Are they
right, yeah,
playing Gardevoir?
right. Is it heavy sequencing? Is it just, you know, one beat wonder like
Mm-hmm.
Charizard or something where you just like, big big beat stick Charizard or something,
Mm-hmm.
or big beat stick, Raging Bolt maybe.
Mm-hmm.
There's not too much really normally, at least without
Or
the.
they just sitting at your table being a sourpuss and they don't want to play that extra 1 turn for 10 minutes.
Well, I mean, so there's intentional slow play and then there's misdirected slow play maybe. So like new player,
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's misdirected, they're new, they're learning the game. That's
I
understandable
can't
to
tell you how many times I've done that.
I know, to a
Because
point,
at
yeah.
League, I try to get my hands on as many decks
Mhm.
that I can play different as possible. Do I reach for Jesse Parker's deck? Yes, every single time.
Right.
But, like last week,
Yeah.
I built the Marnie rival battle deck and I tried for the
And
first
you
time.
tried something new. Yeah. Okay.
I tried the Dragapult deck
Yeah.
that you had. I've tried the Golingo deck that you've had.
Okay, yeah.
Alrighty. Found out I hate poison decks.
I mean, it's fun, but yeah, it's tedious and it's sometimes a lot of work, I think, but yeah,
There are decks that I've put in my hand and went, "Oh my god, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing." Where
sure.
did all my knowledge go? All my knowledge went right out the door because I'm either too tired or I have no idea what I'm doing.
Right. Maybe a mix of both sometimes, but yeah, it's okay.
That was me the first time that I played that deck where it's like you have a lost the Lost Zone deck.
Yeah.
It,
Oh, that's
it takes
very skill heavy. Yeah.
skill and brain to figure out what the heck do you mean by a lost zone? What do you mean I put cards in just a blank
You
area and
flush
I
them
don't do anything with them?
you flush them down the toilet, that's all.
I'm not flushing cards down a toilet,
I know,
but you
don't
know what you mean.
yes, I exactly. No, I know. No one's flushing them down the toilet. They're just gone for a bit. You
Up in
know.
the clouds.
Yeah. Hey, that Mirage Gate looks pretty spicy right about now. I know. Okay. All sorts of colors, you know? Little Mr. Clean, little orange glow in there, maybe. Okay. I don't know, man. But yes, okay, so my take with it, the biggest problem really is even leading into the third game,
Mhm.
best of three,
Mhm.
before even time is called,
Mhm.
there's probably slow play still going on, regardless of whatever deck it is. So,
Mhm.
like, you have to either recognize that your opponent is slow playing early enough,
Mhm.
and they know the matchup. It's like, well, I can't win against, Raging Bolt. So maybe I just slow play, a little bit, and
Mhm.
maybe they won't make a judge color sign, or maybe they,
Mhm.
whatever it might be. So the biggest problem is, like, if they've been doing this last, two games, by the
Mhm.
time you get to game three, it won't make a difference regardless because
Yeah.
you'll be out of time. You won't be able to complete that third game either way.
Yeah.
So you lose one, you win one,
Mhm.
and then by game three, like, if anything, the plus 3 turns was helping you because you can actually finish a game or take necessary, what, 2 prizes, 4 prizes, probably. Maybe
Yeah.
three with Briar, maybe. I don't
Mhm.
know. And it's going to be even more decisive with the megas because they're going to be worth 3 prizes again. So we'll have big
Oh
bulky,
boy.
right? So we'll have big bulky Pokemon with the megas for 3 prizes.
Mhm.
Briar's still in format, so that's
Okay.
still an option. Yep.
Yep.
So hands Briar or something. Actually, you can't because Briar only works on stellar type or terrestrialized type.
Oh.
But hands still works though, obviously. So you can still take 2 prizes or three
Okay.
or 3 prizes. You just can't do 4 prizes.
All right. Mm.
Let's see. And then yeah, right, the 10 minute timer on that plus 1 turn.
Mhm.
I I don't see it being enough. It's more in the spirit of the game to keep it fast, fair, and fun.
Yeah.
But the problem is, like, you're not completing the game, or the game's not gonna ever be done in that time frame, I think.
Okay.
And like, if we
Well,
look at
it's not going to be done in 10 minutes. There's no way. Like,
yeah, oh, there's no way, yeah.
the only time I've ever played a game in 10 minutes or less is against Luna, and I am like completely out of there. And I'm like, what the heck just happened?
Well, so either you get the gas in your starting hand, right, and your opponent has like nothing, right? Or you have like one Pokemon that you're active and that's it.
And that's her and I playing expanded.
Yeah, okay,
There,
sure.
there's no
Oh, I know,
way.
yeah.
Mm.
I love Luna's lightning type expanded deck, and it always works and it's hilarious. So Xurkitree GX,
Yep.
and you can't even talk about it straight. Miraidon, Xurkitree,
Mm-hmm.
hands, You get to take more prizes, and then you get to put prizes back in their hand into their prizes, so they have 7 prizes, and you have 2.
Played against her. I played Jesse Parker's deck, and I
Yeah.
like barely got my board set up, and I was like, all right, I can start hitting. And she's like, okay, good game. And I was like,
Did you get
wait, what?
did you get the
Wait, what?
turn
What?
did you get the turn 1 squawk?
No, I
No?
didn't.
Oh,
That was the problem.
that's a
No
big,
turn
yeah,
one squawk.
that's a big key. Yeah, that you need that squawk and sneeze. The
And
squawk and
then
cheese.
squawk and sneeze, squawk and cheese.
Yeah. All right, yeah.
Yeah, that was my first problem. And then the second one is I didn't notice how many that she already knocked out.
Okay.
And then she's like, oh yeah, I knocked you out with that EX, so that's 2 prizes. And then I knocked you out with this, and then I knocked you out again with this other EX, and that's 2 prizes. And then I knocked you out again with this card, so that was 1. And then by the time she's like, you got your board set up, you're done.
Yeah,
I was like,
sounds right.
hey, good game, yeah, good. Mm.
And that's how it's won. But yeah.
So,
Uh-huh.
next thing. I guess you can call this the Psyduck sighing corner.
Okay. Sorry.
Sigh. PSA slabs.
Without him.
Do you want to know the crap that is going on with the PSA slabs now?
No. No.
PSA slabs. So, vendors, buyers, sellers at, I guess,
A
card
card
stores,
shows or something?
card shorts, stores and shows and everything else. They're trying this whole new thing
Okay.
of, oh, your PSA slab wasn't graded this year? I'm not buying it. It has to be graded this year.
Why not?
I will not buy it unless it's graded this year.
Why?
Because apparently the beginning of this year,
Mm-hmm.
PSA again. They're like, oh, we're going to be a little bit more stricter on centering and corners and all that.
Okay.
So they adjusted their grading
Grading scale. Okay.
again, like they do, I swear, every year.
I mean, it's one of those things, so like it's supposed to be approved by 3 different graders, so you have
Mhm.
2 at the bottom who like do the initial appraisal,
Mhm.
and then a third one who also verifies their appraisal too. So it's like a judicial system where like everything checks with everything else. Someone checks like the corner, someone
Mhm.
checks the other stuff, and then checks and balances. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
But maybe they have different standards now or something. So like,
they've upped the standards a little more.
okay,
So because they did that,
yep,
now they think these older slabs,
okay,
they're trying to say that they're worth nothing because like these older slabs, if you have an older card from say Fossil or the original like black and white series or something like that, you have it in a PSA slab and it's a PSA 9 or a PSA 10.
uh-huh,
They're trying to say that's not a true 9, that's not a true 10 because the grading is now more strict and
silly,
therefore your grade is not the real freaking grade, so we're not buying it. When in reality,
okay.
they're trying people. Do not panic if you have these older PSA slabs.
My Pikachu's.
If you want to sell these slabs, do not panic. Do not go to these shows and buy them. Find a good store. Go online, sell it. They're just trying to freak you out. So when you go to sell it,
Uh-huh.
they can talk you down the price.
Gross.
So they can buy it cheaper to turn around to sell it for the price that it's going for on TCG Player, on eBay, whatever. So if it's a really popular card right now,
Okay, of
graded, and it's
course.
going for $200 on eBay,
Mm-hmm.
and you go up to one of them in a show, and they go, "That's not a true 9." You're gonna walk away, and you're gonna be like, "Well, I want to sell it." So they're hoping that you're gonna turn around and go, "Fine, I'll take the cheaper price that you're going to buy it from me." So they can turn around and sell it to the next person for $200.
Well, yeah, they're just gonna flip it and make money off of you or something.
Don't let this deter you. Don't let this scare you. Do not let this turn you away from the hobby. PSA always changes. The grading gets more strict and strict. Older cards are harder to grade. Older cards, the centering. You've seen some of these cards.
Well, yeah. So the issue is
Centering's all bad.
the corners and the cutting on the corners is always really bad. The the original actual like fresh out of the package from Wizards of the Coast days,
Uh-huh.
they would actually have whitening on the edges because the cutting process was also very different and rough.
There's one set that I know of that
Uh,
they have said it's really, really hard to grade because the whole set
yep.
on the back has like black spots.
Oh yeah, I know.
The entire set, like
It's crazy.
everybody's like cards will have these little black dots. It's an older set. I don't remember what set. But they said if you have a card
Okay.
from that set and it doesn't have the little black dots,
Sure.
then that will be easier to grade. But
Well,
they were
yeah, but
printed with the black dots,
are these
so
ink dots or are these like mold or something?
pink dots.
Interesting. Okay.
Like the printing was bad for the entire set.
Entire run, wow.
Yeah, the entire
Eh,
run.
I have not seen that, but okay. Maybe I have.
When I figure out what set that is, I'll let you guys know.
I know, I'll look it up, yeah. It's fine.
So that was the Psyduck Sign Corner of selling and buying.
Yeah.
PSA 9 is a PSA 9. PSA 10 is a PSA 10. If you want to crack that case and send it back in, that's on you, boo boo. Not me. That's not on PSA. It doesn't bring your prices down on your card.
Right. Well, I mean, so I have like old PSA 9s, like lots of PSA 9 Pikachu.
Mm-hmm.
And the case and the encapsulation process was different back then.
Mm-hmm.
The card is slightly more loose inside of the encapsulation itself too.
And the
So
older PSA ones don't have the security codes on the back of the slabs and all that.
what do you mean security codes? It does. I mean, it has the watermark.
On the back of the slab behind the.
Yeah. I still have a barcode and a watermark. It's got the lighthouse symbol or the lighthouse watermark as they call it.
Alright.
It's still there. It's just different.
Mm-hmm.
I think people are also freaking out to over it doesn't say PSA at the bottom of like the plastic now or something, the encapsulation.
Yeah.
That's pretty silly to me. Okay, so like just because the manufacturer changes the way their product looks doesn't degrade the value of anything of the newer or older stuff for that
Yeah.
matter. A Barry Bonds is always going to be a Barry Bonds, okay? It's not it's that's bogus. Oh my
If
gosh.
you have a PSA slab, PSA 8 or 9
Uh-huh.
of Pikachu Illustrator,
Right. Yeah. It's out there.
you're gonna tell me that you're gonna go up to a buyer and they're gonna be like, that's not a real 8 or 9. I'm not buying it. It's an Illustrator. They're
So I mean,
gonna want it. They're gonna buy it.
it's what instead of Instead of 2.5 million, we'll offer it to you for 500,000.
I'll give you 500 right now. Go away.
500 $500? I have $2. Hey, SpongeBob. Do you have $2? I have $3. Yeah, it's like that. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I can't get over with that.
So the next one,
Uh-huh.
Pocket,
Yep.
Eevee Grove.
And
What do we think?
then
How are we doing?
almost done. Somehow almost done. Okay, so I'm missing Snorlax, I'm missing Dragonite, and I'm missing the Flareon EX, I want to say.
Okay.
And then for the secret missions, I'm missing like Glaceon and Umbreon, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I need those illustrator rares or
Okay.
the full art rares.
Yup.
I have whiffed every single Wonder Pick, every single one for the Glaceon. Haven't seen the Umbreon come up at all. Luna told me she has 5 Vaporeon.
We can't try yet.
Yeah, I know, exactly. I don't need the Vaporeon, though. I have no Glaceon. Oh, I have, like, 3 of the Flareon now or something? Like, the randomization is just not hitting or something. I don't know what's going
Oh, I
on.
know. People are calling it the new prismatic evolution
Why?
because people are saying that the hits are few and far in between.
Kind of. I mean, so, like, I've gotten 2 delayed EXs, the shinies. But,
Mm-hmm.
like, that's not what I need, obviously, and then I have, like, Ralts now, and I have some other stuff, I'm like, "Well, I guess I can have a full blinged out Gardevoir deck or something,
Mm-hmm.
Gallade Gardevoir," but that seems so bad and contradictory to what I was hoping to open,
Mm-hmm.
but hey, whatever, I guess it's fun.
Have you gotten the immersive?
Still not yet. It's crazy.
Have you gotten any golds?
No, I haven't.
Hmm.
Still missing the immersive. I've seen the immersive, I just haven't
No.
opened my own yet, so maybe tonight, we'll see. That'd be nice.
I got the gold
Uh-huh.
Eevee bag
Right, yeah.
or Penny's bag.
It's in Scarlet and Violet, it's Penny's backpack.
It's Penny's backpack.
Clearly, it's
But
just
it's Eevee bag. I got the crown rare of that. You saw me open
that
it.
is
You
pretty
saw
cool.
my oh my god face.
Yep, it is pretty cool, I know. It's no Pokeball or something.
But I don't have the immersive.
Right.
I don't have like the full arts are far in between for me. Like I think I have one of each of 3 of them right now. I have Flareon, I have Glaceon,
Yep.
and I think I have Leafeon. But I only have like one of each.
It's more than me sometimes. I don't know. I'd rather have one of each than 5 of each or something. I
That was my
don't
problem
know.
with the last set. Is like I had 5 of like one full. Oh, the Buizel.
Yep,
I had like
I
8 of
remember
the
that.
Buizels.
Man, I know. Buizel sitting in the room just by himself. We can only play 2.
So with Pocket
Yep.
and this new Eevee Grove set, are these cards playable? Are they
I've seen some cool ideas so far. So, apparently the big thing in the meta right now is the Buzzwole and Celesteela, okay? And then you got, I think, Giratina, I believe.
okay?
So the Buzzwole's hitting for big damage. You get the free retreat and the switch with the Celesteela.
Okay.
It's Ultra Beast. So the way you counter it, supposedly, and it's done well in online tournaments on Limitless Online, supposedly with Pocket
Mhm.
format, is the Flareon and like a Espeon box then, or a Flareon. It's weird because the Flareon can hit just for the right number, just enough for the Buzzwole.
Okay. Mm.
kind of like the actual like meta like Flareon Sylveon deck, but
Mhm.
I swear there was some hype going around with the idea for the Flareon currently and Flareon EX because it has that assisting heater attack, which you accelerate 2 energy from your discard pile, I believe. From your discard pile to your Pokemon on the bench,
Okay.
which is really darn good. It's
Yep.
always been a good kind of attack, just to accelerate energy, or in TCG we call it Rain Dance, where
Mhm.
you accelerate energy from the deck usually to a Pokemon,
Yep.
and you can attach as many as you want, kind of like Bexcalibur or Chen Pao.
Mhm.
That's still fun. Could be fun. I don't know why it fell out of favor so badly, but people just aren't playing Chen Pao Pao. I don't get it. All right. We got the
Mhm.
El Creamy drop event, which is ending very soon, I believe. So this is your chance to get El
Mhm.
Creamy, art rare in the
Mhm.
promos. It has the Sweets relay attack, and
Mhm.
it can help you make a awesome Sweets deck or
Mhm.
a Sweets I don't know what you call it. Sweets meta pile, Sweets dot deck.
Yeah.
Or it's such a great idea though. I'm finally glad they came to love the archetype of having everything like let's all roll out, or
Mhm.
the Pika clones or something, or big hands or United
Mhm.
Wings. Now we finally have something in pocket where it all just meshes together and it works well enough, so you got like Appleton, Diplin,
Yep.
or Flapple.
Yeah.
You got Vanillite, Vanillish, and then for whatever reason, the Vanillix doesn't have the same attack. It just does something else completely. And you got Milcery, and then you got the El Creamy, and they all work together because the damage ramps up the more you use it. So the longer the game is going,
Yep.
you're doing more damage.
Mhm.
And you could either buff that damage, with some tools maybe like Rocky Helmet,
Mhm.
or you could try to reduce the damage, or you could just even put up a wall if you really had to with, or a choreo or something. I don't know.
Put up them walls, people.
Yeah, I know. Just
Put up them walls.
it'd be something if we would get into a wall meta in pocket. That'd be crazy. I know. We probably almost did for a little bit here. I know, but then people realized they can just play Sil Valley or something, and
Yeah.
Sil Valley was running around for a hot minute there. Uh, how we feeling? How we feeling?
Let's talk about Black Bolt,
Yeah, sure, we could do
White
that.
Flare, and then we'll end this podcast. And then we'll have another one in the office
Yep, the new office space.
for Sunday.
That sounds great. Yep,
We have the whole office. I have to give you a little rundown with the office. I got the keys. We started moving stuff in. I have a corner set up for the podcast. I found myself a mushroom chair to sit in. It's
okay.
fuzzy. Um, I just have to find another one for Professor
Me?
Leafy
Yeah.
over here. Right now he's just got a computer chair. But we found a table
Yep.
to hook the arms of for the microphones up
Uh-huh.
to, so we can set the stuff up, and then we don't have to take it down again.
That'd be nice. Yeah, I know, for sure. It literally takes about 15 to 20 minutes trying to figure out where we're gonna put everything and then mount it to the coffee table.
Like it's literally like in our living room, y'all, right now.
Yeah,
It's our living
it's fine. It's fine.
But I can't wait to get to the office. We won't get um disturbed by traffic or the dog or the cats or
Some pets, yeah.
anything, because my cats can be
Clingy?
brats sometimes,
Uh-huh.
and like will all of a sudden start screaming hello in the hallway.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Love them. But when I'm trying to record, I don't need someone in the hallway yelling hello.
Yup.
So,
Yup.
Black Bolt White Flare
Heck yeah.
mini set. Mini set.
Kind of. Yeah, I know. Not really. It's true.
Funny of me saying it's a mini set because it's not a mini set.
It's a supplemental, essentially. So, supplemental as opposed to incremental, right? So, supplemental is supplementing
Mm-hmm.
into a much larger set.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like the in between or the mini, right? So, we have a release date of Streets worldwide,
Mm-hmm.
or at least, North America, July 17th.
This is technically two separate sets
It is,
being released at the same time. Either you go for the White Flare or you go for Black Bolt,
right?
or you go for both.
I have looked at the set symbols and it's BLK, I think, and WHT for white. So we got Black Bolt and white. And I'm assuming, pretty sure that the big hit will be the Zekrom out of Black Bolt, and then White Flare. Obviously, you'll have Reshiram. So,
How about the red
oh right, the Red
Victini?
Victini. Yeah, you're right.
We weren't sure that we were going to get that one,
Exactly.
and it was only going to be a Japanese exclusive one, but they have confirmed that we in the US we're getting it
Yeah.
in English.
Or TPCI regions,
Yeah. Mm.
which is almost worldwide except for China and Japan and
But
some. Yeah.
with this Black Bolt White Flare, this is going to be a set. If you're thinking of master setting this set, you're going to be doing it for a really long time.
Good luck with that. Yeah. Probably don't. Just don't.
So there are a total of 156 cards.
Well, so 156 Unova Pokemon.
Unova Pokemon. Okay.
Right.
156 Unova Pokemon.
Yep.
There's going to be four different types of
Rarities.
rarities.
Right. So you got Pokeball, you got Master Ball,
Mhm,
you got Reverse Hollow,
mhm,
okay? And then you also have the Secret Illustrator Rare or Secret Artist Rare,
mhm.
okay?
Every Pokemon is getting one.
Correct. Yeah.
So this makes it a total of 800 cards for the entire set that you would have to find. Or 624.
Apparently, yeah, I know. Well, there's gonna be trainers in it too, though. There's gonna be
Some
trainers.
trainers,
We're probably gonna have special energy, I think.
tools.
Yeah.
Didn't tag team say something about like the tools are gonna be full arts instead of golds?
Right, yes. Starting with, I think this, unless it's Mega Symphonia
Oh.
and Mega Brave. But we will have full art tools again, like, say, Tool Scrapper or, like Air Balloon, which would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
People love that gold air balloon, but what's better is a air balloon you can actually see in full color.
I'm guessing you're not a fan of the gold.
It's too blingy. You just can't see it. Like if you're in a direct light with like fluorescent lighting,
Uh-huh.
way too bright. No way. Sleeved up? Oh my gosh. You're asking for punishment.
Brings you back to the days of rainbow.
You might as well just wear your sunglasses indoors though. It's so bright. No. Yeah, the rainbow plus like gold, okay, plus glossy sleeves, okay. I mean, that's a force to be reckoned with, okay? It's like being outside on a snow day and it's like bright sun.
Trying to watch a TV show with static.
Yeah, kind of like that. I know. The brightness turned all the way up. But yes, all right. So lots of things to look forward to in the few coming weeks, very
Mm-hmm.
soon. Crazy how quickly it's gone already.
Mm-hmm.
We have Pokemon Direct coming up on the 22nd, not to be missed for sure.
Mm.
So 6 a.m. Pacific, or I believe 9 a.m. Eastern.
By the way, Pokemon, why do you have to do this on a Tuesday?
Tuesdays.
What?
Yep.
What? Why? Why? Like, I don't understand. Why? Why a Tuesday? I don't under.
Yeah.
Why can't you do it on a Saturday?
I gotta work, I know.
Why can't you do it on a Saturday? I know that you guys don't want to work Saturdays and Sundays, but like maybe Friday night.
All right, that'd be
Mm.
nice. Well, I think it's simulcast like from Japan too or something, but then it's like dubbed into English and then they
Okay, so they filmed
cast it.
it on a Monday. That doesn't help me.
Yeah, like probably like a Monday in Japan, right? And then they air it like,
That doesn't help me. Mondays don't help me. I no, come on. Like
hey,
seriously, like what? Why?
there's a reason why Garfield always hated Mondays.
True.
There you go.
I hate Mondays. I work Mondays, and every single Monday
Yep.
that I work, I try to be like, do I have to be here all day? Can I? Can I? Can I leave early? Hmm.
Sure. Yeah, I know, right? And then Tuesday is Pokemon League Day, so
That's why.
yeah,
That's why I'm mad. Why to yes, we'll watch it with all the kids at
yeah,
League,
sure. Why not?
but then we're gonna come home, we're gonna watch it again because there's gonna be stuff that we miss.
Yeah, someone's gonna be like, hey, 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 look at this, look at
Mm.
this. I have to rewind it. I know.
Yeah, rewind it or something. Because there's gonna be little things, or maybe not little things, that we're gonna miss. Hopefully this Pokemon Direct is good.
I think so, yeah. I'm
Last year's Pokemon Direct didn't really.
so I mean, I'm expecting either like a full digital release on that day of Pokemon Champions, right? So
When do
that
you think
was
they're gonna release it on that
they
day?
they said like quarter two
Okay.
2025 or like summer 2025, so we'll see. That's my big prediction.
Okay.
And then they're gonna say something about probably like Pokemon Sleep second anniversary and give us like more free stuff.
So you can sleep.
Yep. And then Pocket, they're gonna say, "Oh, we have a new set coming out
Of course they are.
right now
Of course they are.
or in a week." And it'll be Unova theme probably. I know.
Wait,
It'll be
wait.
yeah.
Oh, wait, Flair. They're probably just gonna be like, "Oh yeah, the set that we just released. Yeah, we're gonna put that on Pocket too."
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like,
It almost makes sense. We'll see. And then don't know. Something about Pokemon Masters, which I'm not a fan of. It just never caught my attention. It's so weird. I know Pokemon Cast was talking about the metrics of it. So Pokemon Masters made 1.5 million or something, and then
yes,
Pocket made like almost 60 million.
yes,
Yeah.
and they're in the same list. They're on the same class list
Well,
of
like the
games that have made them money.
like highest grossing
Yeah,
versus
highest grossing.
lowest. Yeah, I know. Man, I used to play the ton out of Pokemon Shuffle.
Shuffle's good.
Shuffle was amazing, yes.
Shuffle's good.
Any day.
I just got back into Unite.
There you go. Hey, cool.
Hmm.
Oh, maybe they'll have like Latios and
That
Latios
I'm
finally
wondering about that
together. Yeah.
because I heard that from thank you super effective Pokecast about that. I'm wondering that. Like
Yeah.
when is that coming out? That's supposed to be their 4th year anniversary. Like
Right.
that.
And it looks like they're only releasing one right now. They're not releasing both at the same time.
They're brother and sister. You have to release them together.
Yep, it's true. Who
Together. They work together.
maybe someone didn't
One attacks, one supports. Why would you have one and not the other?
Arceus didn't birth them at the same time. I don't know.
They're twins.
They're they're not fraternal. They're I don't know. I don't know. They're not identical twins.
Arceus is keeping one for now.
Yeah,
Right now, he's
something.
Arceus is um
I don't know.
poaching the other one.
Man, I don't want to be coached.
You want to be coached by Arceus of how to be a god.
Sure, yeah. Teach me thine ways. Note the archaic English. Okay.
Alrighty.
Then we'll call it good for tonight.
Yep, we're gonna call it good.
Yep.
We're gonna wrap it up. The next the the next podcast, Pokecast. I almost said Pokecast.
Yeah.
The next podcast,
Yes.
Pokegang, we'll talk about Pogo and our whole thing with the anniversary
Yeah.
and the Eevee Community Day, and we'll talk more about Sleep,
Yep. Definitely.
a game that you play but you don't really play. Um,
I'm
you
playing.
play it when you sleep.
Yeah, I'm playing. Don't you worry. She says it might be cheating, but I'm playing.
um, maybe we'll get more word on the Nintendo Direct, and we'll talk about that more. Talk about more other things.
Okay.
So until then, Pokegang,
Uh-huh.
night, sleep tight, and I am gonna dream of Arceus tonight because I want to be a god.
I'm going to bed tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to bed. Good night.